Today we will learn the trick of adding negative numbers. In our last lesson we learned how to use a number line and some counters to kind of pair things off and find out if you have a positive and a negative number and you're adding them together and see what you will get. Today we will just kind of take that one step further. Now behind me I have 4 problems using very similar numbers. We're going to see how they are related and then we will discuss the trick. So first we have 4 plus a negative 6. You could use your number line if you want to. If I have 1, 2, 3, 4, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4. Okay. So if I'm starting at 4 and I'm adding a negative 6, I'm going 6 in the negative direction. So I start at 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm ending up with negative 2 is my answer. Now we're just going to reverse the order. We're going to start at negative 6. Let me extend that out here on my number line. So I'm starting at negative 6, and then I am adding 4, a positive 4. So I'm moving 4 in the positive direction. So I'm starting here, 1, 2, 3, 4. I end up with negative 2. So you see how if I just reverse the direction or the order in which we add things, we are going to get the same number. And in this case, it's negative 2. Let's go to something we've known since about first grade. 4 plus 6. We know that that is 10. Now, what if we put negatives in front of both of those numbers? Negative 4 plus negative 6. Well, let's extend our number line out. So if we started at negative 4 and we add negative 6, we are going to move 6 in the negative direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are at negative 10. Now if you take a look at these 4 examples, you might start to understand a pattern or a trick. It really isn't a trick, it's just how to do this. If I'm adding a positive and a negative, so my signs are different. My signs are different. I'm going to subtract the 2 numbers and I am going to keep the sign of the bigger number. 2, negative 2, and negative 2. What would happen if I did negative 4 plus 6 or 6 plus a negative 4? Something a little different. So let's start with negative 4 plus 6. Here's negative 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to get 2. If I started with 6 and added a number or a negative 2, 1, 2, or negative 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, I get 2. So my signs are different. I subtract those 2 numbers and I keep the sign of the bigger number. So here I subtracted the 6 and the 4, I got a 2. The bigger number has the negative, so I keep the negative. Now, 4 plus 6 and negative 4 plus negative 6. I'm adding numbers that have the same sign. So when you're adding numbers with the same sign, you just add the numbers and keep the sign. You see how 4 and 6 are both positive? I add them and I keep a positive answer. If I have negative numbers that I'm adding, 2 negatives, I still add the 2 numbers, but I'm going to keep the negative sign. So there are your little tricks to adding positive and negative numbers. We are going to practice this a lot.